There are a lot of networks that are not measured by Nielsen. How do they get into your decision-making process?
Well, it's very hard because a lot of these networks kind of fall off the radar. Some clients have a mandate that they'll only buy rated networks and only networks rated by Nielsen, not just, because there are, as you know, a lot of set top box agencies that are selling data such as Rentrack and TRA. And for some unmeasured networks, and this is a first, we are considering doing deals because set top box data can get measurement on these smaller networks, and it's better than no measurement. So, they say will set top box data be the wave of the future in terms of measurement. And I don't know exactly at this point whether that will be because it's based on exactly what I said, box data and not person's data, which is what, Nielsen People Meter is based on. But for networks that aren't measured, if we need some sort of measurement and for whatever reason we have an affinity towards this network or it's perfect for our brand or the client sees it's a perfect fit, we might base it on this new ratings metric of set-top box data.
So with set-top box data, are you finding that you're beginning to guarantee on set-top box data or use it in a deeper way?
Well, we actually signed on to Rentrack, which is one of the bigger set-top box data suppliers, and we signed on to them in November, and we actually used it in our pitch to win GM. And the data that we used, the reason why we use it is they marry their data with Polk data, which is automotive data. They also marry their data with Simmons data. So you're getting a very refined set. You might find networks who are not rated, but who have a very high affinity to purchase your product. So we had a lot of learning based on the Rentrack data. To my knowledge, we have not done any deals based on Rentrack. I mean, Nielsen is still the currency, and as I said, in the future, should it be a network that seems to have a certain proclivity to our client or whatever, and is not measured by Nielsen, I think that potentially deals could be cut on Rentrack, but for most major clients, they would not be.
So now that set-top box data can be received and processed through MediaOcean, what do you see the future of its use, like over the next year or two?
Well, what the truth is, we have this data, and it is available through MediaOcean and through, NetPack, which is part of MediaOcean through Donovan. And I don't, basically right now you can only get ratings data. They can't marry it at this point with the Polk data and the Simmons data through the MediaOcean systems. So it's basic ranking data, and as I said, we get mostly everything through Nielsen, but should it be a network that our client comes to with a proposition and says, I'd like more information, let's just say on the Sundance channel, because we might do something with the Sundance Film Festival and I'd like to have ratings. Well, Nielsen doesn't measure. It's mostly a digital tier network, and Nielsen doesn't measure it. We might see how it does against our clients' products or affinities or attitudes, because you can get that through, the Rentrack system itself. So we might use it that way, or, because basically in terms of rankers, whatever that, we would use Nielsen, or if we couldn't get a specific network, then we would use Rentrack. But again, it wouldn't be used as a primary source.